Words. They are the architects of your reality. They can build empires, and they can burn them to the ground in a single night. In the realm of love and relationships, the tongue is a double-edged sword. You have been told that communication is key. You have been told to share everything. You have been lied to. Today, we are going deep into the psychological minefield. We are discussing the 12 fatal errors. The 12 things you must never, under any circumstances, tell a woman. Stay until the very end, because the last point is the most common mistake men make, and it is the one that destroys marriages. Before we descend into the list, understand the core philosophy. This is not about lying. This is about frame control. This is about understanding that women are attracted to strength, stability, and a touch of mystery. First, your past traumas are not her burden to carry in the early stages. Second, your insecurity is the ultimate attraction killer. Third, oversharing destroys the fantasy of who you are. Let us begin. 1. The detailed history of your past. Heartbreaks. You think you are bonding. You think you are showing her your depth. You sit there, a glass of wine in hand, and you tell her about your ex. You tell her how she cheated on you. You tell her how she broke your heart. You paint a picture of yourself as the victim. Stop immediately. When you tell a woman about how badly you were treated in the past, you are not gaining her sympathy. You are signaling low status. Subconsciously, she begins to wonder, if another woman didn't value him, maybe there is a reason. If another woman walked all over him, maybe he is weak. Furthermore, if you speak of your ex with bitterness and anger, she hears something else. She hears that you are not over it. She hears that the ghost of your past is the third person in your current relationship. Never complain about an ex-girlfriend. If asked, you say brief, neutral words. It didn't work out. We wanted different things. Then you change the subject. You are the prize, not the victim of your history. 2. Your deepest financial terrors. There is a difference between being financially responsible and projecting financial panic. Never look a woman in the eyes and say, I don't know how we are going to survive this month, or I am terrified I will lose everything. Women look to men for security. This goes back to our primal roots. You are the hunter. You are the protector. If the captain of the ship starts screaming that the boat is sinking, the passengers will panic and jump overboard. You can be honest about a budget. You can say, we are prioritizing our spending this month. That is leadership. That is control. But you must never express the emotion of financial fear. Even if you are sweating bullets inside, on the outside you are cool ice. You have a plan. You are handling it. When she sees you unfazed by pressure, her attraction for you skyrockets. 3. You are my everything. I can't live without you. This sounds like romance in a movie. In real life, it is suffocation. It is dependency. When you tell a woman, I can't live without you, you are placing a terrifying amount of pressure on her shoulders. You are making her responsible for your happiness and your very existence. No human being wants to carry that burden. More importantly, it kills the chase. It tells her that you have no mission, no purpose, and no life outside of her. A high-value man has a mission. He has a purpose. The woman is the beautiful complement to his life, not the entire foundation of it. If you make her your god, she will inevitably treat you like a worshiper, and gods do not sleep with their worshipers. They pity them. 4. How many women you have slept with. Especially the exact number. There is no winning here. It is a trap. Do not walk into it. If the number is too high, you are a player who cannot be trusted. If the number is too low, you are inexperienced and undesirable. If you give an exact number, she will fixate on it. She will visualize it. Keep your body count to yourself. It is irrelevant to your current connection. If she presses you, use humor. Deflect. Say, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell, or enough to know that you are trouble. Maintain the mystery. A book is only interesting when there are pages left to turn. If she knows everything, the book is closed. 5. Do you still love me? Am I good enough? Seeking validation is a feminine trait. When a man asks, do you like me? Or did I do good? He is surrendering his frame. He is handing her the judge's gavel and asking her to rate his performance. Confidence is silent. Insecurity is loud. If you have to ask if you are worthy, you have already answered the question. You don't think you are. You must move through the relationship with the assumption of your own value. You know you are a catch. You know you bring value. You do not need her to confirm it every Tuesday. Asking for reassurance displays a chink in your armor. It shows you are anxious. Anxiety is the opposite of arousal. Be the rock, not the trembling leaf asking the wind if it's okay to hold on. 6. Judging her friends and family too harshly. You may hate her best friend. Her mother might be a nightmare. Her brother might be a loser. But you must never brutally attack them with your words. These are her blood and her history. When you attack them, she feels attacked by proxy. She will instinctively defend them, even if she knows you are right. This creates an us versus you dynamic. Instead of saying your sister is a toxic snake, you focus on actions and boundaries. You say, I do not appreciate how your sister spoke to me, and I will not tolerate that disrespect again. That is setting a boundary. That is masculine. Insulting them is petty gossip. There is a massive difference. If this video gives you even a little more insight, hit subscribe and be family with Stoic-powered Men's Brigade. We are building a legion of men who understand reality, who control their emotions, and who lead with authority. Do not remain in the dark. Join the brigade. 7. I don't know whatever you want. This phrase is the anthem of the nice guy, and it is the death rattle of attraction. Where do you want to eat? I don't know, whatever you want. What should we do this weekend? Whatever makes you happy. You think you are being easygoing. You think you are being agreeable. In reality, you are forcing her to be the leader. You are forcing her to make the decisions. This forces her into the masculine energy role, which means she has to view you in the feminine role. This kills polarity. Women crave a man with a plan. You don't have to be a dictator, but you must have a direction. I'm craving Italian. Let's go to that place on Main Street. Pick you up at 7. That is sexy. That shows competence. Whatever you want shows laziness and a lack of spine. 8. Your weaknesses and insecurities too early. Modern society tells men to be vulnerable. Cry, they say. Open up completely. Be very careful. There is a time for vulnerability, perhaps years into a marriage when trust is absolute. But in the dating phase or the early years? Absolutely not. If you tell her you hate your nose, she will stare at your nose every time you talk. If you tell her you feel like a fraud at work, she will worry about your career stability. You are the mountain. Mountains do not complain about the weather. They endure it. Share your dreams, share your visions, share your philosophies. Do not share your self-hatred. And darn, comparing her to your mother. You cook just like my mom. My mom used to do it this way. This is a minefield. Even if you mean it as a compliment, it is weird. It is Freudian. It kills the romantic vibe instantly. She wants to be your lover, your partner, your vixen. She does not want to be compared to the woman who changed your diapers. Keep your mother out of the romance. If you compare her negatively, my mom never nagged me like this. You are starting World War III. If you compare her positively, you are killing the sexual tension. Just don't do it. 10. My friends don't like you. This is a tactic men use when they are too cowardly to say they are unhappy themselves. They use their friends as a shield. The guys think you're controlling. This does two things. First, it makes you look weak, like you can't form your own opinions. Second, it permanently destroys the relationship between her and your social circle. She will never trust them again. She will never feel comfortable around them. You have poisoned the well. If you have an issue, you have the issue. Own it. I feel you are being controlling. Leave your friends out of it. 11. Revealing the trick. Never tell a woman the psychological tactics or relationship strategies you are learning. Never say, I learned on a YouTube channel that I should wait before texting you back. The moment you reveal the magician's trick, the magic is gone. She wants to believe you are naturally confident. She wants to believe you are naturally aloof and mysterious. If she knows you are studying how to be a man, it looks like a costume. Keep your sources to yourself. Let her believe this is just who you are. The Stoic-powered men's brigade is your secret weapon, not your dinner table conversation topic. 12. I would die for you, when used casually. This connects back to point 3, but it is darker. Using extreme hyperbolic language to prove your devotion usually backfires. It sounds desperate. It sounds like you are trying too hard to convince her and yourself of your love. Love is shown through action, through protection, through provision, through consistency. Words are cheap. The man who constantly screams about how much he loves his woman is usually the one who is insecure about losing her. Be a man of action. Let your presence speak so loudly that your words are barely necessary. If this video gives you even a little more insight, hit subscribe and be family with Stoic-powered men's brigade. We are building a legion of men who understand reality, who control their emotions, and who lead with authority. Do not remain in the dark. Join the brigade.